What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Endakuba and Toasty to talk about some Dragon Ball Z game features from the past. Now today's focus is going to be mostly around stuff that should never come back. So essentially, any DBZ game you played in the past, whether it's a Budokai game, Tenkaichi, or even the older ones like Super Butoden or whatever, what is a feature from those games that were just so downright bad that they should never, ever come back? So, why don't we start with Toasty. Toasty, what is like your least favorite feature out of any of the games before that you don't want to come back?
Dragon Rush. I already made an entire rant on this, in your video, the Perfect Dragon Ball Z game video. I just talked about how I hate Dragon Rush and that I think it should never return because I honestly don't. It's,
you know what's funny about that?
Based.
You know what's funny about that? That exact feature is the reason why I'm making this video. So I've been actually playing a lot of Budokai 3 HD in the last week or so, and I just remember what it was that made me not like Budokai as much as the previous games, and it was Dragon Rush. But Toasty, why don't you go ahead and just tell me your reason why you don't like Dragon Rush, and I'll jump in and tell you mine.
Dragon Rush is the most luck-based mechanic to ever enter Dragon Ball games. It's literally, for those of you who don't know, Dragon Rush, when someone enters Hyper Mode in Budokai 3 and they hit you with either Kamehameha or they hit you with a dash attack, you go into a system called Dragon Rush where there's three stages. One, you each have to hit a button, and if you hit the same button as the person who's attacking you, you get defense. But if you don't, you keep getting hit. This can happen. This can give you up to 1,000 damage, and
even more than that.
Yeah,
even more than that, dude.
It depends on the character you're using, or it depends on what level they are, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it literally requires no skill. It's impossible for it to have any skill, because even if you're playing with someone who's right next to you, looking over at their controller does not count as actual skill. And playing this computer, it's completely random. So unless you know how to predict what the computer's gonna do when they Dragon Rush you, it's still not even skill, because then that's just monotonous.
Actually, since you brought up the computer, let's talk about the fact that if you play the computer on a hard difficulty like a Z rank or very hard mode, they actually read your inputs too.
Yep.
So that's why it's bullshit. I would say it was fun back in the day to play with friends in the same room, because it was kind of funny to see them rage over you guessing your buttons or them not guessing yours. It was fun to do that in person. But when it comes down to today's world where everything's kind of online, I never want Dragon Rush to come back. And the thing that pisses me off about Dragon Rush is one, it's really easy to pull off, and two, it's just so redundant. It looks nice, it's flashy, it looks cool, it's great with the animation when you see whether you hit or miss. It's a fun way to add a little fun aspect to the game, but if you keep playing the game for so long and you have to keep going through Dragon Rush where it's kind of like a main mechanic, that's when it gets annoying. And that's my problem with Dragon Rush in the Budokai games. Now this is why Infinite World is a hero of the Budokai style games, because Infinite World came out afterwards and basically took everything that all the Budokai games did so well and made it better. Which is why I wish that, what was that voice? Ew. Which is why I wish that Infinite World was the game that got remade rather than Budokai 3 and 1. But to each his own, I guess.
Infinite World would have been such a nice thing to have remade. Man, that would have been my life. That would have been my game.
Yeah,
I don't even play the Budokai collection these days, but I would play the Infinite World collection.
Yeah.
Well, the Infinite World Connection, but just like the HD remaster, I'll be playing that all day, bro. I play that. I still play that today because Infinite World's such a good game. It makes me sad.
I mean, I will say it was a cool way to introduce a new way to limit attacks, because some Dragon Rushes is how you do certain ultimate moves, and that was a good way to kind of limit it so you don't just spam Spirit Bombs left and right. Even though Spirit Bomb was a non-Dragon Rush move, you get the point. Some attacks were limited. Some special
beam
attacks.
Cannon, Warp Kamehameha. Bruh, Warp Kamehameha. I was so sad. I hated Dragon Rush, and I was like, really? I have to either guess against the computer, guess against my friend 3 times, just so I can get my Warp Kamehameha or my special beam cannon out. And then in Infinite World, they made them actual attacks.
I mean, the annoying part of the fact is how much damage it actually does too. Because if you're stuck in a Dragon Rush and you find someone strong, let's say you find someone on a Z rank difficulty or Storm mode, whatever, you can lose up to 2,000 damage damage. In fact, I was abusing Dragon Rush to beat the game real fast, because I was trying to unlock everybody real fast, and I was literally just going to Dragon Rush mode over and over again to basically beat the game as fast as possible. And I was abusing it. I was indeed abusing it, and that shows you how broken Dragon Rush is. But again, it looks nice, flashy, and cool and all, but it's annoying. It should never come back, and I'm glad that Dragon Rush doesn't exist. But Endakuba, what do you have? What is the worst feature that should never come back?
Man, y'all just left me out this thing, bro. No, but the worst feature to me in any Dragon Ball Z game, aside from Dragon Rush, is easily the rock, paper, scissors mechanic in Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. That garbage can go. Like it can just rot in like the hottest fire, bro.
Which in a way
that crap was
it's
so
similar.
retarded.
In a way that's similar to Dragon Rush. It's just a more advanced version of a rock paper scissors. In fact, I feel like Dragon Rush's rock paper scissors is what influenced Ultimate Tenkaichi later. I bet you it did.
Exactly. That crap was so terrible. It was luck-based is an understatement, dude. I don't know how many countless times that I've lost matches on Ultimate Tenkaichi, especially when it first came out, just because some dude managed to, oh, okay, I'm gonna throw out like rock and you throw out paper. Oh, I lose. I can't attack you. That crap is so stupid. It's so frustrating. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
That crap never needs to come back.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I hate Dragon Rush more than you hate that mechanic. I'm just guaranteeing you
I'm on the
You
same
don't
level with
understand.
Toast. I'm on the same level with Toast. You know what's funny is Battle Z was considered one of the worst Dragon Ball Z games of all time. But because of where we came from post the Dragon Rush and Ultimate Tenkaichi era, there's a way that I kind of had respect for Battle Z because it brought back the control in a player, which is the reason why Xenoverse to me was one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z games of all time, because you're always in control. You never get thrown into these stupid cutscenes where, like, I like the cutscenes, but you don't get thrown into like the Dragon Rush cutscenes where you just kind of sit there, you press a button, and next thing you know, you lost the battle because of one freaking move. So that's the reason why I kind of had respect for Battle Z, even though it was a really bad game overall. It was a right step in the it was a good step in the right direction, where we're now moving into this world where you control your character. Even though the game was really bad, it's just you had more control, and that's why you kind of appreciate the game a little more. But I'm glad that Xenoverse is, even advancing on that, and with Xenoverse 2, hopefully we'll get to the next level of, Dragon Ball Z fighting games where you're fully in control, you look super flashy with the fights, you actually make us feel like we're in a Dragon Ball Z series, and that's what I'm looking forward to in the future. But I guess the question I have to people watching this video is, what is the least favorite feature that you could think of? Whether it's Dragon Rush 2 or something else, let us know in the comment section below, because I'm curious to know what the community overall dislike, because we all have a thing, because no Dragon Ball Z game is perfect. There's not a single DBZ game out there that was perfect. As much as we like to say sometimes there isn't. Everything had one thing that was really bad about that said game right there. So what is that one feature for you? Let us know in the comment section below. But is there anything else you guys want to say?
Infinite World is perfect.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I didn't say anything.
There's definitely something I have to say. Guys, everybody in the comments, everybody who watches this video, if any of you guys say that y'all like Dragon Rush, or you like the gameplay mechanic, like the rock, paper, scissors mechanic for Ultimate Tenkaichi, I will find you. You don't understand. Those are garbage. Please do not say you like that mechanic.
No,
please.
it's fine. I mean, I will say this. I know there's people out there that didn't like it, because the thing is the first time we saw Dragon Rush, it looked cool. But the problem is it got redundant. So it's not that it's a,
Yeah.
we don't all hate it.
We were all 9-year-olds and drooling from our mouths whilst playing a video game. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But now it's like, you know how trash it is.
Especially like what Toasty said earlier about, like, you have to do Dragon Rush, and then just for me to do Final Flash, I have to get through the entire thing? No.
Yeah, well,
No.
I see what they were going for. Like, Dragon Rush was supposed to, like, capture that, dynamic event that Dragon Ball Z, was known for the fighting. And I see what they're trying to go, what they're trying to go for with it, but it just wasn't. It just didn't work that well, and it got redundant over time, which is why I don't like it. But I know there's people out there that loved it.
Which
like,
is why they yeeted it
for
for Infinite World. Trust me, they knew they knew it was bad afterward. That's why they yeeted it. But then, Spike decided to make an entire game out of Dragon Rush. Like literally,
that's funny.
Ultimate Tenkaichi is the Dragon Rush the
Dragon
video game.
Rush the game.
That actually is what it is.
Yeah. Actually, I want to say a big shout out to Dr. Love and Dragon Ball Nation, because they pointed out another one that was really, really bad, and that was Drama Pieces and Burst Limit. Now, while Drama Pieces, again, they were really, really cool the first time we saw it, they do get redundant, they do get annoying, and they also interrupt attacks, which is what made Drama Pieces so annoying. I actually never played with them. But the cool thing about Drama Pieces is the fact that you can actually turn them off. So, in future Dragon Ball Z games, if we ever get stupid, cutscene style interruptions like that, like whether it's Dragon Rush or Drama Pieces, have an option to turn it off, because I never use Drama Pieces ever when I play those games. I mean, when I do CPU fights, I'll throw it in there every now and then just because it looks kind of cool. But again, it's a known for a fight. And the last thing I want to see is me doing a Final Flash and then freaking Krillin jumps in with a Drama Piece to interrupt my attack and I do no damage. Like, that's annoying. On top of that, Drama Pieces were, like, it would happen so much in a fight. Like, how many times is Frieza going to reach his final form in like one fight because of the Drama Pieces? Like, that's what was annoying. But let us know, I guess, your thoughts. Like, what is the worst feature that you know in the past? Drop in the comment section below and let's see what the community thinks. Anything else?
No, it's just that if you like Dragon Rush, I'm just saying you're high or you're nostalgic, one of the two. And if you're high,
I agree with
pass that shit over, because that must be some really good stuff. I'm just saying.
As you can tell, Toasty does not like Dragon Rush. Again, I agree with him. I don't either. It's annoying, it's redundant, it happens way too much in a fight, and on top of that, it can cost you the match most of the time. Although, I will argue that you can dodge it if you want. If you get pretty skilled with snap banishing and stuff, you can get out of it. But still, even if you're the best DBZ Budokai 3 player on the planet, it can still get annoying to have to deal with all the time, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But with that said, if you enjoyed today's discussion, make sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts on the worst features in the comment section below, what we don't want to see come back in the future, and we'll take it from there. As always, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I will see all you awesome Super Saiyans in the comment section below. Peace!
Fuck Dragon Rush.